let's start. Thank you very much for joining us. Me and Wojciech, we would like to welcome you to our 5th episode of Smart Mobility Talks. This is a series of expert webinar during which we explore along with our guests and real-world examples of e-mobility in action. Today, me and Wojciech, we will talk about how to create a multi-station charging hub with solution from EcoEnergetyka. One more time, welcome. My name is Maciej Klimkiewicz. I'm a sales leader for UK and Ireland at EcoEnergetyka. Wojciech, please introduce yourselves.
Yes, hi everybody. My name is Wojciech Twardowski. I'm Technical Solutions Director and I'm responsible for supporting our colleagues from sales team in the whole Europe and as well our partners and customers with all technical issues. Yes, so once our colleague or partners has an issue or problem to solve, my team, we are responsible to solve it.
Okay. Right now, a little bit of technical information. The webinar is a live event that will last for about an hour. You will have an opportunity to ask questions at the end and also during our presentation. Right now, we have Jarosław, who is our product manager. He is responsible for asking all those questions on the chat. So wherever you have technical information or technical question, just ask it on the chat and we will try to respond as soon as possible. First, Wojciech would like to share a short presentation that will clear all the details that we would like to proceed further.
Yes, that's right. We would like to present you something, few words about our company, and later on I will move and skip to the product itself, to our SAT600 satellite system together with power units. So first of all, what is the market? Yes, what is the dedicated market for our solutions, presented solutions? Firstly, CPOs, charging point operators, which are providing charging infrastructure to the drivers. Later on, logistics centers and transportation companies, which are using e-trucks mainly and e-vans. Few words about our company. We started the journey in 2009. Firstly, the company was created by 2 students from local university. In 2012, after 3 years, the company prepared and produced and delivered first DC charging stations, firstly for e-buses, for the public transport. And nowadays, EcoEnergetyka is a well-known company in our region and in Europe as well. We have almost 1,000 people on board, fully focused on AC/DC charging technology. Yes, so as you can see, we are treating it really seriously. Yes, because that's our main goal and main business, DC charging stations. And what is interesting, together with our development, of course, we develop different interfaces, including, of course, CCS, high power charging, and MCS. Yes, already it's on our roadmap, and not only in our roadmap, because we are preparing, and very soon, next year, we will start implementations of the first project.
Okay. Wojciech, I have one question to this slide. You've mentioned that the first DC charger was established in 2012. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so at what number we are right now? So the first was in 2012. What is the number of active charging stations right now?
Right now, of course, the counter is still counting, but I think it's above 7,000 units already into operational in Europe. Right now, we are active in more than 30 countries,
okay.
Mostly in Europe. You can see our infrastructure in different bus depots, truck depots, and as well next to the highways.
Okay, thank you very much. A little bit more about the first charger. Is it still operational?
Yes, as far as I remember, the first delivered charger was to local public transport operator in the Polish city of Krakow, and it's still working.
Okay, great. So 11 years, still working. How does it communicate about lifetime of our chargers? What is the design number of years that we want our chargers to be able to charge the vehicles?
In fact, together with the proper maintenance, of course, our goal is to maintain the charger for the period of 15 years. Yes, that's our goal, and that's how we design and produce our devices. Yes, of course, we can see quite fast development of the infrastructure. So it depends on the customer, it depends on the current situation on the market, what kind of solutions our customers will choose. But still, you can be sure that what we presented and what we deliver today will last 10 and 15, 10 for sure, 15 last as well, together with the proper maintenance.
Okay, thank you very much for this. I think 15 years is a big number for equipment in today's times. I won't stop you, sorry for pushing you out of your tempo.
No problem.
Proceed to the next slide.
No problem. A few words about as well our activities, yes, because as you can imagine, we are not only the member but the really active member of different organizations regarding EV charging stations like Charin, Charge Up Europe, UITP or Avere. Our experience is not only related with EV, I mean the passenger cars, but as well with heavy-duty electric vehicles, yes, because since the beginning we operate with high current, high voltage and high battery capacity. As you can see, we cooperate with different OEMs from e-bus and e-truck sector, and as well we cooperate with different CPOs like, for example, PowerDot, Ionity or Greenway. And as well our company invests a lot in R&D center, because I can say that we are not only the manufacturer or provider the infrastructure, but we are the entire R&D company. Yes, everything what we produce, what we install, and what we commission is done by us, designed by us, and most of the components even inside the charging station is designed and prepared by us. Yes, so I can proudly say that we have full control over the entire process and full control over each of the components inside. Okay, so right now SAT 600, so the most important topic today, it's a new satellite for us, HPC, high power charging station, satellites which can be equipped with liquid cooled cable. So thanks to this, we can deliver to the car or truck high power current for a really long time. Yes, it's dedicated for EV, e-vans, e-bus and e-trucks. Connections, it's designed for CCS. Firstly for one CCS, and later on within few months we will have as well the propositions with double CCS on the from one housing. Yes, and what is worthy to say that this satellite is already the design, the housing itself is already prepared for the future upgrade to MCS connector. Yes, so in the future you will see the same user interface, the same satellites with CCS and MCS.
Wojciech, if you could please explain the shortcut that you use, the MCS.
MCS, it's megawatt charging connector. Yes, it's fully dedicated, so far, fully dedicated for e-truck market. And thanks to this interface, thanks to this socket and plug, we can charge the trucks with the power more than 1 megawatt. Yes, so that's why it's we are of course focused on that, and not only us, the entire market is going into that direction.
Okay, so basically what we have with this solution is a satellite that is capable of charging either small electric vehicles through bigger vans, buses, smaller trucks, even up to the biggest trucks on the market.
Yes, that's right, because the satellite is prepared, certified and properly designed for different variants of the cables and the plugs, starting from up to 250 amperes, up to even 850 amperes in peak for CCS. And as I mentioned, in the future, the same housing, the same construction is prepared for MCS.
Okay.
Yes, but so far we are talking about CCS solution. We can use liquid cooled cables and non-liquid cooled. Non-liquid cooled, of course, up to 400 amperes constantly, up to 500 in peak. And the liquid cooled, so HPC liquid cooled connectors, 500 amperes constantly,
okay,
up to even more current. It depends on the plug which we would like to use.
Okay, that's a great information that we haven't implemented a very strong current in this satellite, so it enables us to charge even older passenger vehicles with not as much voltage in the batteries, with still a great charging power.
That's right, that's right. And what is worth to mention, of course, we fulfill all of the requirements regarding different DC meters. Yes, because we fulfill MID, directive and as well Eichrecht, what is really important for especially German customers. Our solution is already prepared, certified and ready for Eichrecht conformity, so we are able to sell and install our devices over there.
Okay.
What are the advantages of this solution? Of course, really cool housing, yes, which can last, as I mentioned, 15 years. Eichrecht ready and MID ready. It means that we will fulfill all of the restrictions regarding MID, and the customers, the final customers, are sure that the energy which they took from the charger, from the grid, is a proper value. Yes,
Okay.
so they are sure that they will pay for the exact amount of energy they receive.
Yeah, that's very important from the point of customer view and, for example, CPO. So
That's
the
right.
clients can get an exact number of RNG they paid for. So this is as accurate as it can be right now on the market.
Yes, that's right. That's right. We see the trend that, of course, it started in Germany, but we see the trend that it will for sure very soon spread around the Europe. That MID will be more and more needed.
Let's talk a little bit more about the housing and how the whole product looks. I mentioned, you said it's a cool housing. Yes, I agree with this. It's a cool design. I'm a fan of this satellite. What was the project? What was the design that it looks like this? So the measurements of this satellite, what was the idea for this product?
First of all, we developed such a solution to, of course, fulfill our gap in the product portfolio with so high power charging satellite. Later on, we decided to create a satellite with inbuilt cooling system. Yes, that's why the footprint is not the smallest on the market, but thanks to this, I can say that probably it's more powerful satellites on the market. Yes, because we have already passed the tests with 600 kilowatts through these satellites. Yes, we can achieve 600 amperes at the level of 600 volts. 1000 volts, excuse me.
Okay, that's a lot of power. 600 kVs.
That's right. That's right.
That makes an impression.
That's right. And as well, this satellite, it's quite high, I can say, but because of that, the status of the charging station, the status of the whole infrastructure is visible for the drivers. Yes, because
Definitely.
Yes, very often is a case that the driver will enter the facility or enter the parking space. It's quite tricky to find that satellite. That's why, as you can see on the picture, we have the full LED signalization on the top of the charger, and as well signalization in front of the satellite to inform the driver, the user, what is the current status.
Okay, I can speak from my own experience as an EV driver. I had some cases when the navigation system just drive me straight to the address, but the parking lot was so big and I couldn't find a charger that was just small and it was hiding behind the cars. With this satellite and the LEDs on the top, you wouldn't have this kind of problem. You can see it from far away, it's right there. You need to just go there, park your car, the parking space is all for you. You mentioned that the LEDs on the front, that they represent some kind of status. Can you elaborate a little bit more about this?
Yes. So of course, as you can see, the front panel together with the screen, payment terminal, and RFID reader, and the socket as well. Behind the front panel, we have LED signalizations, and thanks to this, you can see what is the current status, if it's available, if there is some issue, or it's the charging process is ongoing from some distance. And as well, the LED signalization is going up together with the state of charge of the car. Yeah, so that's as well quite a good feature, I think, because from the distance you can see already what is the state of charge of your car.
Okay, so a situation when you are drinking a cup of coffee in a coffee shop and just take a scope for your car and for your charger, you can just in a second notice what is the percentage of a charge.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. That's very good.
Yes, and what is worthy to say as well, we have the entire signalization, LED signalization, the lighting of the LEDs, and the lights of the screen is adaptive. Yes, because we know that very often the charging stations, or in general the infrastructure installed in the public spaces, during the night especially, are uncomfortable for the people which lives there. Yeah, so that's why we can adopt the lighting according to the part of the day. For example, during the day, the lighting is really high because you have to be able to see what is shown on the screen and so on. But during the night, we can decrease the lighting to avoid, we can call it lighting pollution.
So basically the same thing as happening on your mobile phone.
Yes, that's right.
During a sunny day, it's bright as possible.
That's
but
right.
In the night, it just lowers the brightness.
That's right. That's right. And what is as well important, inside the satellite, inside this unit, we have two quite unique sensors. Yes, first of the sensor is the collision crash sensor. So once, unfortunately, somebody will hit the satellite, we immediately cut the energy not only in the line between the satellite and the power unit, but as well in the line between the power unit and the grid. Yes, we implemented our own solution for the security reasons. Yes, so once something will happen, we cut the entire energy in the entire energy line. Yes, so it's fully secure solution, fully safe solution.
Right.
So there is no way that there will be some dangerous voltage after the collision.
Okay.
Yes,
Right,
the second quite unique sensor is parking space occupancy sensor. So we can detect whether not only some car is charging or not, but as well if the parking place is occupied or not.
Okay.
Yes, and with this information, CPO can do a lot of things. Yes.
Yeah.
For example, that we can provide information to the CPO, to the owner of the infrastructure, whether the parking place is empty or not. And based on this information, the owner, for example, can send some message to the owner of the facility to react somehow.
Proceed with some action.
That's right. If the driver will finish the charging process and still will occupy the place, they can give some extra payment. There is a lot of possibilities, but what is most important, that CPO will have this information available.
Yeah. Okay. I think that everybody is getting a little bit curious about to what power unit we can plug the satellite.
Sure. So the first solution is together with AxonSight 350 kilowatt. AxonSight 350 is one of the power units which can deliver up to 350 kilowatts of power to the satellite. Yes, it's one output charging station. The maximum charging current is 500 amperes constantly. So it's mostly dedicated to the places, to the location next to the highways when the speed matters, speed of charging matters. Yes, so that's solution, for example, preferred by some of the CPOs, like for example Ionity, which is one of our customers. We are still delivering such a solutions to this CPO. Yes, so it depends on the case. That solution is perfect for the highways or for the trucks when really big charging power is needed. So the driver, the user has always sureness that there will be 350 available.
Okay, and it's also a space-saving solution because from my knowledge, you can put the power unit somewhere around the corner, even up to 50 meters?
Even more, yes, even more.
Distance from a satellite, it can be...
Even 100 meters.
Okay.
Yes, of course. We have to be reasonable because if the bigger distance, the bigger price for the cabling. Of course, we have to take
to be cost effective.
Yes, take it into account. But yes, that's right. The distance can be quite big. And what's important? Axon side, the name side. It's not without a reason, because the whole maintenance area and the whole ventilation system is from the front and from the back of the charger. Yes, so thanks to this, we can put and install one cabinet next to each other. Yes, so thanks to this, we can save some space on the facility, on the location, with the installation of our power units. What is as well interesting, it's quite silent, yes, and the water conditions, it's operate between the level minus 35 of the Celsius degree up to plus 55 Celsius degrees. Yes, of course, the small star above 40-45 degrees, it can be decreasing or derating of the output power because of the hot weather, hot temperature. But up to 55 is fully certified and fully tested. The charging station will still work, but with the slighter, a little bit lower charging power.
Okay, I think that regarding the temperatures, right now we have chargers in Norway that's very cold, in Spain that's very hot. So basically we are ready for...
Yes, that's right. Our chargers are installed from far south is maybe Turkey, maybe Spain, and far north is, if I remember correctly, it's city of Luleå in Sweden. Yes, so it's really close to the northern pole.
Okay, so that's a long distance when it comes to temperatures.
Yes, that's right. Okay, the next solution is Axonsite 400.
Okay.
The same housing in the case of course, dimensions, but a little bit different solution. Of course, the components are different. Number of outputs, 1 or 2. It depends on the situation, and the maximum charging current, that's interesting. When it's one output version, it's up to 750 amperes. Okay. When there is 2 outputs solution, we can deliver to each of the output up to 700 amperes constantly. Yes, it's not peak, it's constant current. And what is really important, especially for the German customers, yes, we fulfill with these solutions, with this set, we fulfill all of the requirements from Deutschlandnetz, so we can fully focus on that, and there's no problem for you as our future customers to use our solution in your application.
Okay, so right now we have presented Axonsite 350 kVs that can be connected to one of our satellites, our newest satellite SAT-600, for example. The second option is an Axonsite 400 kVs that can be connected to 2 satellites.
That's right.
I have a question about how many of those power units we can connect together to manage it all in one big charging hub.
In fact, we can manage up to 24 satellites. Yes, we implemented solution to manage everything. I mean, not only to communicate, but as well to manage the load balancing, to handle somehow the grid limitation, if any. Yes, so we can manage up to 24 satellites. Additionally, we can deliver control unit which connect everything. Inside this control unit, there is a router for the connection with the world, as well with small UPS to maintain and to handle the power if needed in the case of the power loss. And as well the whole logic, the whole hardware who can manage load balancing across this site.
Okay, so in a situation when we have a very powerful charging hub that has 4 megawatts of charging power in chargers, but the grid connection is only 2 megawatts. What can happen? What can we do with this?
We can do it in both ways. Yes, the first, the simplest one is we can just put the limitation in OCPP system and manage the charging station according to that with equal share to all of the outputs. The second case is that we can connect direct with the grid to receive the information from the grid about current available power. Yes, and according to this information, we can share the power to different outputs according to some logic. Yes, I'm telling according to some logic because it depends on the customer. Yes, we have different algorithms, different applications, so we can manage easily such a solution. Yes, in fact, we can limit individual outputs according to some higher logic. Yes, whatever it will be.
Okay, so we are faced to the client in this, however you like, we can make it.
That's right.
Great.
And some advantages about Axon Sight 400, excuse me. As well, it is with 350 possibility of side-by-side installation. That's really important.
Yes.
CE certification, so you can be sure that it's fully tested, fully secure, fully checked by not only by us in our laboratory, but as well by external body, third-party body who tested our device and who certified that. Deutschlandnetz program ready. Yes, that's really important. So once one vehicle is connected, he can receive more than 300 kilowatts, and when two cars are connected, they can receive 200 kilowatts. Yes, that's the main requirements from Deutschlandnetz, and we fulfill everything. Yes, and few words about PowerGuard because you asked about it, and I mentioned a little. Yes, EPG, Ecoenergetica PowerGuard, it's a solution, as I described previously. Yes, who can secure the whole facility to not exceed the grid available power, available power from the grid. Yes, because it is really important, especially from the investor side, to not exceed these values because it's direct connected with the potential extra payments to the grid owner.
Just to confirm, this is a software that is designed in-house in our Ecoenergetica headquarters.
That's right, because as I mentioned previously, we are not only the manufacturer, we are not only the factory, we are the entire R&D company, fully focused on our solutions, so we can deliver to the market not only the hardware, I mean the charging station, but the software as well, including OCPP management system, different features like Ecoenergetica PowerGuard, Ecoenergetica billing system, and more.
Okay.
Yes, and it's important to mention that one of our customers who trusted us, it's Ionity, one of the biggest CPO in Europe. We are already in the process of implementation of the first order for 300 charging sets. I'm talking charging sets because it's power unit connected with the satellite. It's a customized SAT600 HPC because, as you know, Ionity has their own design, their own user interface with the whole Halo system. So we adopt our solution to their requirement.
Okay.
So that's all from my side about the satellite itself, about the presentation. Right now,
I have some questions that come to my mind. We've talked a lot about products, about power units, about satellites, but what I'm thinking is installation and commissioning. I think that commissioning and installing a power unit may be simple because it's well-known power modules, a charger that is just supplying the power to the satellite. But let's talk about commissioning a liquid-cooled SAT600. If it's liquid-cooled, would it made it harder to proceed with installation and commissioning?
Not really, because everything is already prepared in our factory. Yes, it's the whole cooling system is an internal part of the satellite, so everything is already connected and prepared. Of course, the liquid-cooled solution is connected with probably more often maintenance. Yes, because we have to be sure that the whole system works properly. But here I would like to mention as well about our cooling solution. Yes, because I think it's quite unique because we are not using a typical cooling solution when there is, of course, liquid-cooled cable in the plug. And together with that, we have a separate chiller. Separate chiller compressor-based cooling system with Freon inside, yes, one of the greenhouse gas. We are using, in fact, passive cooling system. It means that the liquid is going through the radiator, and the whole liquid and the whole warm liquid and the whole temperature it's cooled down by the ventilation. Yes, so it's quite unique solution because we are not using external chillers. We have our own solution our own solution, and it's worked really well. According to our tests, we have even a lot of empty spaces, even for higher currents and higher powers.
Okay, thanks for this. Thanks for explanation. Thank you, Simon Carnell, for the question. We see it. We would like to explain it in a second. Just one more question about to Wojciech about the maintenance and what's inside this liquid called cable. What is the liquid? Everybody is using a word liquid. I think that it matters what's really inside.
It depends, yes. Right now we can offer two solutions, in fact. First is based on the combination of glycol and water. And the second, even more eco-friendly, is oil.
Okay.
Yes. So we can propose two solutions. It depends what kind of plug we will use. Yes, but in our solution we are using a combination of glycol and water or oil.
Okay. If you would have to recommend one of those, for example, for a CPO, what would you choose?
It depends, but I personally would like to use oil because we can use much more eco-friendly oil available on the market.
Okay.
Yes, so I would recommend such a solution.
That's a big factor. We have a question from Simon. So the question is, can you talk through the load balancing capabilities of your satellite units?
Okay, so each satellite is single output, yes, but once we will combine two satellites into one power unit, like Axon Site 400, together with two satellites, normally it's equal share, I can say. So when one car is connected, he can receive up to 400 kilowatts. When two cars are charging, we split equally 50-50, so 200 on the one side and 200 on the second side. Of course, if we are talking about the whole charging hub, and we will take into the consideration the fact that really often the installed power is bigger than available power. Here is our Econergetica Power Guard and the whole functionality of local smart charging controller provided by us. Yes, here we can manage really easy the different value. We can manage, in fact, limitations in single individual outlets. And as well, our logic is following requests from the car. So when one car requests less, this remain power we can deliver to another output. Yes, so the whole process is really easy and work very well. And thanks to this, we can utilize available power in a higher rate, I think. Yes, because we can provide the steps even for the value of 1 or 2 or 3 kilowatts.
Okay. Thank you, Wojciech, for the explanation. We are getting a lot of questions. I think the next one is, if there are two cars that are charging in the same time and one of the car leaves, will the power available be allocated to the other car? Are the chargers satellites capable of load balancing between connectors?
Yes, that's right. The whole combining the power, yes, to one plug or to one satellite or to the second satellite is fully automated. Yes, so once two cars are charging and one of them will leave, the remaining power is automatically transferred to the charging socket, to the charging plug.
Okay. I have a little bit more question about how we can approach the client when it comes to payments. For example, we have a SAT 600. How we can manage the charging stations, the charging process, and the payments?
I can say that we can cover almost the whole needs of the market. Yes, because the easiest way is payment through application, through CPO application, so we can provide RFID identification. The second case is that we can install inside the satellite different payment terminals, so we can provide ad hoc payments solution. It depends on the customer, but so far we integrated with, for example, CCV, payment operator, with Payter, and many others. Yes, so we can provide different solutions. Mostly our customers request prepaid solution, it means that we can freeze some money on the account, and later on, when it's not used fully, the money is going back to the account. Yes, but it depends on the solution. We are very flexible, and as I told you a few times, everything is managed by us and provided by us. So our colleagues from software team can handle almost everything. Yes, but these are more preferred solutions already on the market. Prepaid functionality, integration mostly machine to cloud, which is really easy, the easiest from our perspective. And what we see already, it's more and more common in the CPO sector as well.
Okay. We have another question from Vincent Decken. And the question is, do you plan to have energy storage in combination with load balancing and grid connection?
Yes, that's right. We already implemented first pilot project in Poland, in the city of Łomża. We can manage in such a way. Of course, we are not the manufacturer of the battery banks, but we cooperate with different companies, different providers such as technology. So if the customer needs such a solution, we can provide it. Yes, the whole system together with the, I can say it's SCADA system, yes, just to control everything, to check when we should take energy from the grid, when we should take energy from the battery storage. Yes, so everything as a whole set can be provided by us.
Okay, thanks for this. The questions are just coming up. The next one from Roberto is, what about plug and charge?
Yes, we fulfill plug and charge. Very soon you will see more and more information from our company about that topic. We are ready with this solution. We presented a plug and charge solution last year during the Turing Festival when we were the host, and at that time we showed to the market that we are ready with that and we support such a functionality.
Okay, thanks, Wojciech. I think that I've asked you all the questions I wanted to.
Okay.
If our viewers would like to ask a question and would like to get an answer, please do right now. We are starting an official Q&A right now.
Yeah, yes, and maybe to use this small pause, yes, I would like to mention that our solutions, of course, because very often we are talking about powers only, yes, but in our solution we should take into the consideration not only the power available, theoretically available, but as well current. Yes, as you can see, we are able to provide high current solutions, not only the high power solutions. Yes, because even if we have 400 kilowatt charging station, we can provide up to 2 times 700 amperes. Yes, I think that it's really great because it depends on the interface available. We know that the plugs are more and more powerful. The plugs are more developed. So these devices are already prepared for the future. Yes, so once the customer will decide today to select such a solution, it's already prepared for the future. Because maybe right now the passenger cars can take maybe 200, 300 amperes, but in the future it will be much more.
Yep.
And as well in the case of the voltage, yes, because the whole voltage range in our solutions is up to 1000 volts. So when you will combine, high voltage up to 1000 volts and high current, in this case up to 700 amperes even. So once there will be plugs strong enough to handle it, we are already able to deliver such a power.
Okay, great. We have another question from Mario. The question states, granularity of power sharing is 1 kV and any portion of power unit power could be assigned to any of the connectors.
Yes, that's right. Yes, because it depends on of course, logic and algorithm behind. But for example, when you have, just to explain you, when you have, for example, Axon site 400 and the available power is only 200 kilowatts, yes, it can happen. So normally when 2 cars are charging and they request more than 100 kilowatts each, they can receive 100 kilowatt. Yes, because that's the grid limitation. But after some time, when the first car, for example, the state of charge is quite high and he requests less, for example, 80 kilowatt, this remaining 20 kilowatt is automatically moved and transferred to the second plug. And of course, these steps are smaller, yes, because at the beginning, the car requests more than 100, later on 100, later on 97, 95 kilowatts, 90 kilowatts, 88, 85, and so on and so on. And we can cover these steps. Yes. So once the car will request less, automatically we can move this remaining power to another plug.
Okay.
Yes. So that's the logic. And thanks to this, in my opinion, I think that we can use quite efficient. Yes.
Yes, that's what it's all about, to use the available power at maximum at the moment. From my personal experience, for example, in the UK market, we know that it's a challenge to gather enough of power from the grid these days. Right now, I can say that this is the issue that is stopping the developing of electric vehicle charging stations at most.
Yes, that's right. That's why we are fully aware of that. Nowadays, really often the owners of the facility or CPO, they have what they have already available. For example, 500 kilowatts or 200 kilowatts. But most probably they are already in the process of discussion with the grid operator to take more and more power, from the grid. So, once the customer, the CPO, will invest in high power solution today, he's ready for the future. Yes, because there is no need to add additional power cabinets, to change the satellites for the higher currents, to do almost anything, just to change setups inside our software.
Yeah, and as we said at the beginning, the chargers are designed to last for 15 years.
That's right. So we can say that, maybe not for sure, because it depends on the location, but it's quite probably that during that time the owner will receive more power.
Okay. Okay, let's gather some more questions. What is the USP of the Ecoenergetica multi-station solution compared to competition? Wojciech, do you know what is USP?
USP, we have different shortcuts, yes. So maybe if you will be able to be more precise, maybe to describe a little bit more.
Please describe to us what do you mean by USP, Vincent? And right now there was a question: can we work with any of the CPOs?
Okay.
I think it's about softwares.
Yes, of course. All of our we can connect to any CPO system. Yes, our charging stations are fully. We fulfill all of the requirements from OCPP 1.6 JSON and as well OCPP 2.0.1 in the core version. Of course, we developed OCPP 2.0.1 according to the market requests. Yes, because OCPP 2.0 is quite huge, so we fulfill all of the requirements from the market right now. But without any issue, we can connect to any CPO system. Yes, that you can be sure. We develop our solution and the entire OCPP story since the beginning.
Okay. Oh, we got the shortcut. So USP is unique selling point.
Yes.
So the question is, what is the unique selling point of the Ecoenergetica multi-station solution compared to competition? I think I can address it a little bit. So with our equipment, you will get a reliable, efficient charging solutions for your hub, for your business, with great support from company, from our technical department, software development team, director of a technical department, of course, and Wojciech himself, our IT department and software people that we are currently working to make life of our clients easy. And that is, I think, one of the most viable and the most important selling points of our charging solutions. Of course, there are a lot of selling points that we can address about the product itself, but at the end, it is the organization that supports the user. And that's what you will get here.
Yes, and as well about product itself, as I mentioned, is already prepared for the future, yes, because we are talking here about big powers, but not only the powers, as I mentioned, but big currents as well. Because behind our declarations, it's not that we can deliver full power only to one plug and full current, but when there is two cars connected, we have to divide this current even equally. As you can see in our solution, the current is almost always the same, because in the case of Axon Site 400, it's 750 amperes to one satellite or 700 amperes to two satellites. Mm-hmm. Yes, so with our solution, you can be sure that always the car or truck will receive the proper current. Yes, so that's the future-proof solution. That's first. The second thing, it's really safe solution, because as I mentioned, with this crash sensor, we are able to cut energy, dangerous energy when something happened, when something will happen. And as well, what is important, that our, I think, CMS system, cable management system, because we didn't describe that. It's not just a balancer, yes, system with the spring. It's a more advanced system with the counterweight. Inside SAT600, we have counterweight for the cable, and we have as well the whole system for supporting the usage of the cable. So in this solution is a big step for our organization and big step for the user friendliness of our solution, because it's really easy to operate with the heavy cable. So yes, I think that's a really cool solution. And as well, different sensoring. Yes, the occupancy sensor, which can give the information, the value information to the CPO. And what the CPO will do with this information is his case, yes, but there is plenty of solutions how to use it and what to do with this information.
Okay, thank you, Wojciech. We have another question from Rob. In the Netherlands, a company called Recharge has installed a lot of Australian DC chargers. They use the Pater terminal to read the regulatory charging tax. That often does not work. Very annoying, how Rob says. How is that handled by Ecoenergetica? Does Ecoenergetica use a separate NFC reader for the charge card or tax and the Pater for direct payment solutions?
So for Pater, yes, we are using Pater. We are integrated with Pater already. And regarding the tax, in fact, I have to check, yes, because I'm not a huge specialist, but for sure you can be sure that we'll answer this question. And regarding NFC, in our screen we have integrated RFID and the NFC reader, and additionally, of course, there is a payment terminal with the reader as well. Yes, but we will back with this information, because I have to be honest with you. I don't know everything.
Oh, that's a new thing that Wojciech does not know, but we'll get back to you for sure.
Yes, sure.
Thanks, Rob, for the like.
Yes, but as Jarek mentioned in the chat, yes, as I can see, CCV, Valina, Pater, and in Genico, we support at least these four suppliers. Of course, we support some smaller suppliers in different regions, like in Poland. Yes, but we are open. When we are talking, to be honest, when we are talking about machine-to-cloud integration, it's not an issue at all. Yes, we prepared as well our satellite to be able to fit in different dimensions of the terminals. Yes, because we know that they are different dimensions. So our solution is already prepared for different small adaptations. Yes, because I can call it like that. So we can integrate the hardware to our satellite, and we can integrate from the software part as well, especially when we are talking about machine-to-cloud integration.
Okay. Another question. We have a question about that you mentioned that up to 24 satellites can be connected to one power units group. Is it really possible to share any portion of power to each of these satellites?
Yes, that's right, because we are treating these 24 satellites and 24, for example, chargers as a one group of chargers, yes, and we can manage the power inside this group. We can put some limitations to this group, the entire group. We can put some prioritization if needed, because at some reason the satellite number one can be most important for the customer. So yes, we can manage up to 24 satellites inside this group. Yes, so we can put the proper setups, the proper limitations, and the proper algorithm inside this group.
Okay, thank you very much. A question from Scott. A little bit of clarification about the payment. Are we handling the transaction and money flow on the marks of payment earlier?
Oh,
We do not.
To be honest, I'm not an expert in this field, but I think that we are not touching.
Yeah.
For sure, we are not touching the money of the customer, because we are only the interface.
Yes.
We provide. In fact, in the case of the machine-to-cloud integration, we provide the power supply
Only electricity.
to the payment terminal, and of course connection to the internet. Yes, and that's it. And the whole process is handled outside our charging station and outside our system. It's mostly CPO system which is doing that.
Thanks, Rupesh, for another question. The question states, is the customer service and technical support provided for CPO and customers 24/7? Yes, it is. We have a direct communication line with our service department that will help you anytime, any day of the year.
Yes, and what is important as well, each of our charging station is capable to connect with two systems at the same time. For example, of course, the CPO system is OCPP system is the main one. Yes, the CPO system will manage the charging station itself, but our devices has capability to connect in parallel, for example, to our service network. Yes, so we can have connection to both. One, the main is the CPO system. The second is ours, to be able to react really quick. Yes. Of course, I know that CPOs are able to provide the maintenance and the service by themselves, but of course, with our direct connection, we can support it even better. Yes, because as you can imagine, as a manufacturer and of these units, we have full control and we can go much deeper than CPO into the issue and into the logs. So it's more preferable way. Yes, I can call it like that. And about our service and maintenance possibilities, we have our daughter or sister company, I can say, Ekoenergetyka Service, which is responsible for the whole activities when we are talking about service or lifetime of the charging station. Yes, this company, our colleagues from Eco Service, they can provide installation, maintenance, or reactive and preventive maintenance as well. For sure, and of course, we cooperate with different partners because we are not able to do it everything by our own. We are mainly to support our customers and partners, service partners around Europe. Yes, we've signed several dozens of agreements across the Europe, so we are active in almost every single European country, so we can provide our services over there as well.
Thank you, Wojciech, for mentioning the service partners. I would like to add a little bit of my side. We, as Ekoenergetyka, we are now in the process of looking for official distributors of our hardware. So if you are interested, please reach out to anybody from us. Just go on our Ekoenergetyka website, press contact, send a form. We will definitely reach out to you.
Yes, that's right. Because of course, we know something, we don't know. I'm not able to answer you about anything. So if something is missing or not clear, just give us a call.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, and we will for sure provide you a proper information.
We are always happy to help.
Yes.
I think, Wojciech, we are getting to the end of the webinar. Right now it's 4:00. At the closing statement, I would like to thank everybody and say a big thank you for attending this webinar. I think the feedback from the question and the movement on the chat has been enormous, and I'm very happy that it ended like this. Wojciech, it was a pleasure to do this webinar with you. Additionally, thank you for all the people that are supporting us from the background.
Yes, not visible.
Thank you very much from my side.
Yes. Thank you to all of you, and of course, I hope we are in touch. Yeah. And at the end, I would like to invite you, because right now you only saw the presentation and you heard our voices, but you will be able to see and to meet us in person in Munich early September during the EAA fairs in Munich. So you are welcome, and hope that we will see you soon over there.
See you in Munich. Bye-bye. Farewell.
Thank you.